Hi guys, Righteous Rama here, bringing you your dose of truth for the day, and that is this. You don't need any more information. You don't need to know anything else. You know all you need to know to make this decision. This, of course, is not for everybody, because I don't know everyone's situation. But for some of you, for many of you watching this video, you don't need any more information. Some of you all feel like I need to give him or her one more chance to do one more thing to see how bad it really is or how bad it's really gonna be. So I'm gonna give him one more chance, because the last thing they did, it wasn't really that bad. I mean, he didn't like hit me that hard. He just grabbed my arm. Well, she didn't cuss me out. She just called me, like other types of things that wasn't like, she didn't call me the B-I-T-C-H. I mean, she only took $5. It wasn't like she took $500. She could have took $500. She didn't sleep with my boyfriend. She just flirted with him a little bit. We keep thinking we need more. We keep thinking we need to give them more chances to do more bad to give us more information before we make the decision we need to make. But I'm here to tell you that you already have enough information. So I love watching forensic file shows. I love watching like true crime shows. And what is interesting about true crime is that they don't need all the information in the world to convict you and put you in jail for life or to kill you. Death sentence. They don't need all the information in the world. They just need a drop of blood, a strand of hair, some of your DNA, semen, fingerprint. They don't need your footprint. They don't need all the information in the world to make a decision, to make an executive decision, a decision that may end your life or your freedom. That's because your DNA shows up in what you do. Your DNA cannot be where you're not at. Like, for example, you will never find my DNA in Ohio, in a crack house. I'm just gonna say it. Or you'll never find a strand of my hair in a farm in China. You'll never find my footprint in Antarctica, because my DNA is only where I'm at, or it's only where I've been. So you don't have to. The reason I bring that up is to say that you don't have to have all of the information you need about a person to know that that's who they are, or that's what they were, or that's what they did. But I was listening to this woman on YouTube, Dr. Ramani. She does like videos about like narcissistic abuse and narcissistic abuse recovery, and she talks about how people keep going back to the narcissist because they're like, I just need to see a little bit more. I need to see a little bit more. I'm not convinced. I need to see a little bit more. I don't think I've seen enough. And I was listening to this this movie or something like that, or some TV show, and this woman and her son, they took their son to baseball tryout, and the coach, the recruiting coach or whatever he was, he let the boy, hit maybe one or two balls, catch one or two balls. And he's all right, ma'am, thank you, that'll be all. And the parents were like, that's not fair. You didn't give him enough chances to see if he was cut out for the team. And the coach told the family, the parents, ma'am, sir, I don't need 9 innings to know that your son is not cut out for the varsity team. And that's the problem with us, you all. We give people too many chances to know if they're cut out for the varsity team. But you already have enough information to make the decision. I mean, how bad does it have to get? How sloppy drunk does he need to get for you to realize he's not somebody you need to marry? How many STDs does she got to bring home for you to realize she's not faithful? How much money do they have to steal from you to know that they're a thief, they're not to be trusted? You all give people too many chances to prove who they are. All you need is one strand of hair. Now, if you sell your hair like, some people sell their hair, people from I think Peru, Brazil, India, they sell their hair. So your hair might be anywhere in the world if you sell your hair. But when my hair leaves my head, it goes straight to the trash can. So my hair should not be everywhere. My blood sample should not be everywhere. Your fingerprint should not be everywhere. Wherever your stuff is, that's who you are, that's where you are. You are guilty of the crime if your DNA is there. And so they don't have to steal all your money. They just got to steal $5. They ain't got to cheat on you with everybody in the world. They just got to cheat with one person. They don't have to hit you all over your body. They can just hit you once in your arm. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to stay around to find out all the information to make absolutely perfectly sure this is what this person is. People leave clues. Identity leaves clues. People identify themselves by things that they do. You want Bible for that? Matthew 6, I believe it is. Jesus says, by their fruit you shall know them. You know, I don't care if a person tells you, well, I'm an apple tree. And you keep seeing bananas on them every single harvest. You keep seeing bananas. You never seen an apple. All you see is bananas every single harvest. And like, I promise you, I know what it looks like. I promise you, I know you see apples on me, but I promise you, it's a mistake. It was a bad night. I don't typically do things like that. I'm a banana tree, I promise you. I don't need but one season to see if you're a banana tree or an apple tree. So, you all, we have to stop. I mean, give people the benefit of the doubt in certain things. Like somebody's late, or somebody, you know, has a bad performance. Let's say somebody's giving a presentation, they fumble really bad their class presentation, work presentation. They preach a sermon. They have a really bad sermon that Sunday. They don't preach really well. Give people benefit of the doubt. They prophesy. This one prophecy they gave was off. It wasn't the right prophecy. Give them a chance, you know, to have an off day. That's fine. But I'm talking about somebody consistently, annually showing you who they are. You're like, well, let me give them one more year. Let me give me one more week. Let me give me one more month. It's like they're telling you who they are. They're telling you, showing you who they are. And you're just going to go through a lot of unnecessary suffering. You don't have to heed my advice. You can keep going through suffering. I believe that sometimes, you know, it's good to suffer, but don't suffer unnecessarily. You know, you don't have to suffer unnecessarily. Your suffering does not have to include physical abuse, somebody breaking your heart, somebody stealing money from you, you losing a lot of your resources so that you work hard for, somebody damaging your vehicle, damaging your credit, damaging your reputation. You might see you suffering, like if you're a parent with a special needs child, if you're a husband, your wife goes to a terrible medical diagnosis and you got to help them get through it, or your mother's going through Alzheimer's, or your job has lost half the staff and you got to do, you know, you got to work overtime and weekends and nights. I understand, like, suffering, like, in that regard, like, you know, suffering, like, stuff you couldn't avoid, something they didn't choose to go through. But some of y'all are just suffering unnecessarily. You're suffering because you give them more time to show you who they are when they've already shown you who they are in the first strand of hair, the first fingerprint, the first drop of blood. And some of you all are dating monsters. Some of you all are married to monsters. Some of you all are being raised by monsters. Some of you all are working for monsters. Some of you all worship at churches led by monsters. And I just hope that you all find peace. You all, I have a lot of peace in my life. I have a lot of joy in my life. I'm very blessed, very fortunate. And it's because I have done the great work of accepting people for who they are, and I make those choices. I measured twice, I cut once. I don't have to go through I don't have to go through hell with somebody for 10 years to realize they're not a good person. And I think that's why people say, oh, you look so young, you look so vibrant, you so happy, and because I made my life like this. I cut a lot of people out who showed me who they were. I don't keep on suffering with people unnecessarily. I give people enough chances. I give people fair chances. I give people benefits of a doubt. But I do not give monsters opportunities to destroy me. I don't let monsters destroy me because I don't want to. Well, what if I'm wrong? What if I made it wrong? What if I'm right? If I'm right, then I get to have a happy life for the rest of my life. If I'm wrong, then I, lost a good person. But I'm not gonna suffer unnecessarily. And I would that you all would make that hard choice. If someone's DNA is somewhere, that's where they are. If somebody's producing bananas and no apples, they're not an apple tree. Please, you all, stop being delusional and accept the hard truth of what it is. Thank you guys for watching. Please share and subscribe to Righteous Rhema. Bye-bye.